should be live. I don't know why it's... Okay, it does say it's live. There we go. I hate it when it crashes like that. It's probably because I had kitty term open or something. Discord. I'll just drop it back into Discord. Stream crashed. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong one. Delete. Where is it? Well, maybe I actually just grabbed it. Okay, there we go. Stream crashed. Not sure why it crashed. It may have had something to do with Magic of Voxel. I'm going to try to open Magic of Voxel again. Hopefully I can get it to not crash. It may have had something to do with the kitty term that I opened. Sometimes that causes it to crash. Or maybe I have to stop it opening it in GPU mode, because my GPU does sometimes crap out. I think that's a problem with Gen 2 and not a problem with HackMatrix. I think Gen 2, like if I start an X window, it will also, like just a normal window manager in X, it will also crash the GPU sometimes. So I think it's something to do with the drivers, which is unfortunate. Maybe I need to install this on Ubuntu. Get those Proton drivers or whatever. Sleep 3 wine magic voxel. So hopefully this won't crash again. But you never know. Alright, so I did have ooh, that was not what I wanted to do. So where is this? And I don't even know on wine where the okay, there it is, where the Unix thing is. So it has the C folder, which is Windows, and then the Z folder, which is the host. Early prototype just made a screen capture work. Still need to do mouse raise. Here's mile ahead. Okay, that's cool. So is it XLS? You said it's OpenGL, but so you're doing screen capture. So I'm assuming it's a window manager. If you had to get screen capture to work, make it a product. Yeah. Same with me. Are you making yours for Windows or for Linux? I was thinking of packaging all of this into a like a binary and then selling that on like itch.io or something. Oh no, I thought the stream just froze again. Because this window is like, this wine window is like locked up for some reason. Yeah, there you can see it crashed. Glibc Malik. Okay, it crashed because the GPU crashed. So now we're working with no GPU, but that's fine. That's probably how I should launch this thing to begin with. Oh, maybe it doesn't launch without the GPU available? Okay, so it thinks the GPU is available, but it's not, and so it's crashing. So. Oh, it's JavaScript? Wow, that's cool. I actually started making something like that as well. The problem that I had with it is, so I was placing VS Code or yeah, I guess that's what this is, VS Code in a virtual form using iframes, and that worked out pretty well. But I couldn't get like ChatGPT to open up in an iframe, and so if I wanted to do like agentic coding via that, it was kind of a problem. But I thought it would have been pretty cool to have like a development video game on the web. So. Okay, so I was going to work on the magic of voxel stuff. I wonder, I don't want to crash the stream again, but I wonder if I get rid of the GPU startup. So that would be in the launch. I can get rid of the environment variables that tell it to launch with the GPU. And then if I quickly restart and then get the two streaming terminals open, I should be able to retain the stream. So I am going to do that, and hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully the YouTube part of the stream doesn't crash, because if it sits idle for like 30 seconds or a minute or something, it crashes. I'm actually going to have to physically restart the machine though in order for that to work. Because my GPU, when it locks up like this, I actually really do have to physically restart the machine, so maybe I won't do that. I can ask ChatGPT, how long does a YouTube stream need to sit without input before YouTube just crashes? No, it does. Oh, you know what I could do? This would be hilarious. If I made a, if I went to my Amazon or my AWS server and then hosted a stream using the script of just a like blank window, then I can restart my host machine indefinitely and keep the stream running with a with like a screensaver. So that would be cool. I don't have a way to blank out my stream key, which means that I really have no way of making that happen on this stream, unless I'm not sure how I would get the stream key into a thing. I guess I would kill my stream, copy the stream key, and then restart the stream. I guess I could do that. I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to get the script that this is running so I can paste it into ChatGPT and I can get it to display a blank window. So I'm going to try to do that real quick. So I'll go ahead and okay, and then it should go back to being live. And I copied the thing sans the key. I guess what I need to do is I need to go to AWS, and then I need to sign in. Sign in as root. Cybernetic logos. Okay, and then I believe I remember my password. No thanks. And then the MFA code. Let's open that up. 015. Okay. Need to wait for the MFA to reload. I always forget my passwords. Okay, so EC2. I have an EC2 instance, which apparently is a stopped EC2 instance called YeetCode Live. Oh, that was actually the name for the coding software I was talking about. Link I shared does not show. So YeetCode was a sort of like coding is magic, where you could shoot code at entities like a gun, and you would see a bullet fly out, and then it would like hit an object and cause it to spin or whatever the script told it to do. It was kind of a fun game. I didn't get very far with it. But I guess I can go ahead and boot this up. The instance is a bit too large, and also the IM role is not what I want. So I'll just go ahead and start up a new instance. I'll have to create a new IM role because I don't think I have that key anymore. So I'll just say YouTube, Amazon Linux, my butt. That's Fedora based. I used to work at AWS, so one of my roles was to get Amazon Linux prepared for some security software that we were using, that I wrote. Or not, I didn't write the security software, I wrote a small portion of it. I think T3 Micro will be good enough for YouTube at least. Okay, so I need a new key pair. So this will be, I'll just call it Colin. Okay, and so that downloaded the PEM. So I should be able to just launch this instance and log in as like root or something. I always forget. I don't think it's root when I try to log in. So maybe it is root at. I think it's actually EC2 user at. Oops, what I wanted. SSH I downloads colin.pem root at. I'm not sure why I didn't copy. It said it copied it, but it pasted in something that wasn't it. I always forget what the permissions. Hello, viewers. Your stream, bro. I love this project. Thank you. Okay. Oh, 400. Read, no permissions. Okay. Just mod. Downloads, Colin. There we go. Oh, Ubuntu, okay. I'm in. Sudo apt update. And let's see what ChatGPT said about streaming some screenshot or something. Standby.png. I'm about to make a hilarious no, I'll just I don't know if I can actually open GIMP or if GIMP's even installed here. I'll just go to Dingboard. Dingboard. All right. I can go ahead and sign in to my myriad of accounts. Where did the oh, maybe I didn't click the file upload. No, I did. Oh, it's behind the chat. It spawned exactly where the chat is. Okay, so I'll actually have to close that. I actually don't know how I'm going to see this because I'm using the same browser as chat. I'm just going to close chat real quick, so I can open this. I guess I could just yeet this into it, but I wanted to write some text. I think that's why it was here. Oh, you know what I can do? This is what I'll do. I will get rid of this. I don't need this anymore. I'm going to use Calce. So let me go back to the stream and pop out chat. There we go. Okay, and so now I'm going to go down here and max this out. Make this rather large. Actually, I'll probably just use Terminator. I don't think Terminator will cause the same type of crashes that... Or maybe even KittyTerm. KittyTerm's not going to open on the GPU anymore, so I don't think it's going to crash. Okay, Calce on, let's say HackMatrix is rebooting standby. Except I actually want to echo that into say, so that way the screen is just a little bit cleaner. Oops. Okay, so now I have a PNG that I can yeet onto my Ubuntu server. So I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so it's going to be the most recent one. So I'll go back to my SSH. Instead of that, I'll SCP. And then I will SCP that to the home folder. but we actually have to SCP a file. So that will be in this file here. With the lock that just eats it. Yep. We SSH in. Then standby. So let's first move 20 to standby.png. And then let's see. Gotta see what this thing says. Stop sending directly and send to EC2 instead. No, I'm not going to just waste bandwidth on that. That is the dumbest idea ever. You know how much that would cost to stream to my EC2 instance? That's really stupid. This is what I want though, this screensaver. Silent stereo ACC audio. Yeah, YouTube doesn't work without audio, so I think this is what I need to do. So I'll copy this. Let's see, look at chat, okay. Nothing there. Let's go back to this. Vim standby.sh. Okay, although I don't want to stream it to that, I will need that key. But I do have the original. I have this. Hopefully that's using the, okay, so it is using the FLV. Okay. So now what I need to do is start the stream, or stop the stream. Actually, when I go here and just set this to home Ubuntu, standby.png. So I'm going to stop my stream and then plug the key that I fetch from here into that. I believe that will work. So I'll be right back. I'm going to stop the stream and then grab the key. Okay, the stream is back. I forgot to install FFmpeg, so I have to install that and then I'll try again. Sudo apt install FFmpeg. Might take longer than 60 seconds to do that, so. Cool thing is that I now have the stream key pasted in, so I won't have to. I'll just kill the stream and then try to start it over here. So I'll go do that, kill it. Okay, so I'm actually pretty happy with how that worked. That worked flawlessly, guys. It didn't even like break. It just worked, dude. I'm very happy with that. So I'm actually going to take some time here for a moment, and I'm actually going to request that other streamers or other people in the chat do the same thing. So I, every hour, write down a goal that I have to keep it like sort of in the context of my mind. And it's sort of a magical power to do this. So every hour, you just heard the alarm, it's 11 o'clock where I'm at. I'm going to write my goal, and then I'm going to meditate for 5 minutes. So I'm going to do it in the middle of the stream. It's kind of like an extreme form of like Islamic prayer or something. You know, they have to take time out of their... they pray like 5 times a day or something. I used to go up to the meditation room at AWS, and it was only me, and I guess up there they probably thought I was Buddhist or Hindu, and then all of the Muslims who would bring out their prayer mats and pray. I just sat on a meditation cushion. I'm neither Buddhist or Hindu, but I am sort of omnivorous. Cal say meditating for 5 minutes. Clear. Move say med. Oh, actually, Python timer. Oh, whoops. Python import timer. Timer dot minutes 5. So we'll just wait 5 minutes. I'm going to write my goal and then meditate. I encourage you to do the same thing. If you have a goal that you want to achieve, write it down right now and take a moment of silence to just clear your mind and let that goal sort of sink in. Okay, cool. You had trouble compiling it yesterday, but I haven't had luck getting it to work yet. That's unfortunate. You actually have to run it from a TTY. So if you know how to do that, it's Alt plus Control plus to get to a TTY, or CHVT2, then launch after build. Someone was able to get the build working yesterday, though. If you go to the Discord, you see that he was able to get it to launch. And this was in another window manager. So that's something cool about this, is I'll be able to ship this window manager as a Steam game, because it can launch in other window managers. Before the Wayland port, when I did the X11 port, X11 only allows one window manager, but Wayland allows subcompositors. So you can basically just launch it as a sub-window. I'm going to write a little script here, because if I stream for more than an hour, I'm going to do this. So I'll probably do this again in this same stream. So I will probably write a little function that is more specific to the meditation. Goal meditation.py. Import, I believe it's OS, but I'm not entirely sure. I guess I could just ask ChatGPT to write it all, but I won't. How do I exec a program in Python? I think it's os.exec maybe. Exec VP as a subprocess. Yeah, I'll probably do that. So this will be calsay, and write down a goal and meditate on it for 5 minutes. Okay, so the first thing to do, which is Python. Oh, that actually won't. That will run because I didn't put it in a function. So goal meditation.py. Okay, so that works, and then vim goal meditation, and then I want to import timer, and then run timer.minutes 5. So now if I run that, yeah, it's going to do the dots, 60 dots per minute, and then once it's done, it will stop. So, okay. How good is this on BSD? I haven't tried it on BSD. I assume that the kernel makes no difference though, so probably it works if like Wayland apps work, which I assume that standard GUI stuff does, so probably pretty good. Okay, so where was I? I was going to, so I got the delay script thing working. Or not the delay, but the, what is it? The standby. So I'm thinking of putting it on standby, restarting HackMatrix, and then trying to get MagicVoxel to open in the non-GPU or the non-NVIDIA version of HackMatrix, because this is like running on the NVIDIA card, but the NVIDIA card has like kind of crashed now for some reason, and so MagicVoxel won't open in that. So I'm going to try to restart HackMatrix and make. Actually, one thing I just forgot that I need another program installed on the AWS server to do this. Okay, it's already installed. So I'll actually have to run this in screen, so that way when I close this terminal, the program stays running. So I'm going to now put. Oh, debug message about some package. Yeah, if it's for the Tracy package, then you need to do git emit or git submodule update init. That will probably fix it. I'm just super amused that that standby script worked immediately. And I've now put this in a tmux window so you can see. This one is the FFmpeg streaming to to YouTube. This one is the video recorder streaming to FFmpeg, and then this one is the Ubuntu one that is no longer being used at the moment. That's my console for now. Okay, so I'm going to try to get the magic of voxel working again. Okay, that worked. And so because Magic of Voxel is no longer trying to spawn up on the NVIDIA card, I think this will just work well now. I don't think it's going to run into any problems. Okay, great. So what I want to do here is, if you take a look out here, in my old setup, this used to be water, so this is a giant cave, and this used to be just water surrounding the cave. And so I kind of want to recreate that again. I just lost the file. So I'll just do 256 by 256, 256. And I wonder if I can do 512. I want this to be just 1024 by 1024 by like 256. Maybe I can do that. Oh, that did not work. Maybe 256 is the biggest it can be. Okay, well that's unfortunate. It is what it is. Okay, so attach this, a 3D voxel of like size 30 maybe, of a bluish color. Not exactly sure how to make waves here, but maybe I'll just, doesn't have to be perfect, it's just sort of wavy. Whoa. Okay, so that looks kind of goofy for water, but now if I go like 15 and I erase now, it'll start to look a little more choppy. I'm not much of a artist here, but it'll work for now. Right, and then I'm going to do 10, and I will attach again. I'll use this sort of fill in all of the blank space. Okay, so I think that's decent enough for now. So I'll go ahead and save that as a Vox, and then I will export it. So it'll be in Kuber Logos Vox as water.obj. Okay. I'll go ahead and just keep that magic voxel open because I'll probably do more work on it, but let's sort of turn over here and go stand in the temple area and open up a new terminal. So now I need to source venv bin, there isn't a, I need to actually, I'll move Kuber Logos HackMatrix venv, and that needs to be a move recursive, and I need to move that to HackMatrix. I guess only copy is recursive. Okay, so now I should have source venv bin activate cd scripts python entity tui. Oh geez, I thought I had ZMQ installed already. Okay. that's not great. I'll just have to reinstall everything. I forgot how to create a venv. I did this last time, but I messed up my repository. Are you into AI, like some AI math crazy shit that no one talks about? Yes. I can kind of do AI. Like, I've built neural networks, but just checked, and there are 2 errors, one with protobuf and one SPD log. Oh, okay. That's not great. I know that people have protobuf errors. Last time I checked, there should be a file that it's probably like incompatible protobuf. I'll have to look into that bug more deeply. I think the way I solved it in the past is I just committed the protobuf file to the GitHub, but I didn't want to do that because if your protobuf version is different than the file that was compiled, then you'll get a version mismatch. Maybe it will work. Like I said, I'll have to probably go and look into it, but so I'm using 28.0, and then if there is a file ls include protos, weird. It used to put the file in include protos, ls protos. I seriously don't know where they put the proto file anymore. And by A, I mean, or by they, I mean CMake file list. Proto CPP output dir. Oh, generated. Got it. Okay, so for CMake lists, these 2 files should be there. It should only use these files. If you don't have these files in build generated protos, then you have an older version and you need to pull the newest version. Because I do think I fixed this last night on last stream. Or install version 28. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why it would fail if you have those 2 files and they were... Maybe remove them and try to rebuild. Although, if you have the 2 files, it means that you have a new version, I'm pretty sure. So. And by new version, I mean the one that I fixed yesterday, the new version of my code. And if you post the exact errors to the Discord, I might be able to help you better, like if you just copy and paste it. Let me send out an invite. Okay, so that's what I was doing. I was here asking how do I create an venv in Python, but black holes and fate, daily vloggers and cheesy. Man, you get all of the Git history here. You guys get to see the inside scoop. How do I create a venv in Python? Boink. Which one is this? 5, 6. Okay, source venv bin activate pip install ZMQ. Okay, let's go to scripts again, and then I will have to go to client libs, and then go to Python, and then pip install the client lib, and then cd scripts, and then just run this a few times until I've installed all the dependencies. I mean, technically I could create a dependency list. Probably should actually. But each individual script uses a different dependency, so for the most part, uses different dependencies. Pip install Google? That's weird. That's for protobuf, I think. Okay, there we are. Okay, so what I want to do is make that a little smaller. For some reason the scrolling's not working well. So there's already a pre-existing entity here, so I'll just use this one. So I will add a new model, and I will use that model that we just had. So that will be home kuber logos vox water.obj. And then I need to add a position. Whoops. Okay. Then I will need to add a positionable, and if I just change one of the values here, we should see the water appear somewhere. I think it's under the current model, so I need to bring it up a bit. Maybe. Home colon kuber logos vox water dot obj. There we go. Hey. Okay, so I want to drop that down to like 4 maybe even 0. Good. Let's take a look at it. I guess it's water enough. It looks watery. I want to make a microvoxel engine, so all of this will be dynamic. And I think I'll probably do that at some point. Oh, I'm moving that in the wrong direction. There we go, that's basically what I want. -1, -2. Okay. So I actually don't want to manually add all these. So I am going to use codecs here. Not to add them, but to add a new feature. In entity TUI, I want to be able to clone entity and its components. No, don't. Diffing the... Okay, that works. So it's going to fetch the 2 and then... I mean, that's kind of hacky. Yeah. Go ahead and do the diff version for now. It did a get diff. It had no idea that I was talking to its internal monologue. Bro, that's incredibly fast. Let's see if it works. Well, okay. Okay. Maybe it needs to move 10. I'm trying to figure out how far in the X direction I need to move it. I think the original was at 0. Oh, it's at 1. I'll move that to 0. Surely not 15, right? 15 is even not enough. Okay, let's do 18. Is it even moving it anymore? I guess it is. It looks like 18 is probably almost too much because it seems to have... I think that's a little overlap. I'll try 20, see what that does. I'll need to fix the model so there's no holes because I'm seeing gray. I want it to fully separate though, just to verify that it's actually moving when I do this. So I'm sort of skeptical that it is. Okay, so that one moved. That time it moved. Let's do 30. Okay. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so I'll just space them 24 apart in each dimension. Okay, so I'll copy that one. And we'll do 24, so that'd be 48. Oh, yeah, I can also make these bigger too. So this one could also be 48. And then this one could be 68. It's going to move way out there. Then I can scale them all to 2 so I don't use as much model size. Oh gosh. suppose I'm fine with this. Okay, I think that's good enough for now. I probably should make them bigger. I can surround it with bigger ones. Have close up it can be pretty low res, and then farther away it can, or close up it can be pretty high res, and then farther away it'll be lower res. I'm going to do a git diff. Whoa. It's not going to do a git ignore on the client libs, unfortunately. Thank you. Nice hot loading. Yeah, thanks. That's one of the things that makes it fun to work on the game, in the game. Have you ever used KMS DRM? I wrote my own renderer for it. I have not. Oh, okay. So it's a direct. Kernel mode setting. So you're writing directly to the hardware then? Okay, yes, so in Wayland, the Wayland protocol, I think you actually, if you want to use DRM, you do have to write your own DRM module, unless you use WL roots or some other sort of code like WL roots. Yeah, there it is. So it says provides backend that abstract the underlying display and input hardware, including KMS DRM. So right now, like HackMatrix is running as KMS DRM, but it's just WL roots, which my project is using, is taking care of it. So it's not. I didn't write that code. Maybe I will one day remove WL roots and then write that, but. I'm going to go ahead and fill in all these holes. Oh, that's weird. So that should have made a window spawn somewhere, but it didn't, which is suspect. Oh, dang it. Looks like there's still some holes that need to be filled. Of course that would happen. let's try that export again. So that's what was supposed to happen. What in the world? Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, so to actually get it to reload and be without holes, I have to come back over here and run the entity 2e. So I could, actually what I'll do, so I will come over here and use the standby mechanism. So I'll stop. Okay, so that, I didn't want to do a hot reload because I would have had to have reloaded all of these. I guess I could do like a hot reload of all the models, or like, you know, have some type of listener that, okay, I thought my game froze. Have some type of listener that just auto listens to all of the models for changes. I do want to make sure that I got off standby. What's going on in Robert's stream today?